Hey, call me Louis. This is my spot. LuiSpot.
Which of course I ventilated publicly and which I do not withdraw.
Yes.
I've said so. And on this matter, in my statement, in the annexes and in the questions, in the evidence that was led, I dealt with the matters that you are now returning to, and I clarified those matters.
The reason why I was asking you about the events of the 6th of July is because you made a remark about them. So you invited the question. Now, two, I don't know what makes you to be convinced that I've not read your letter. I've read it and I understand what is entailed in your letter. The meeting that you talk about came after the fact. My concern here is on the 29th of August, where as a minister, you issued a letter. A statement. The letter that you issued on the 20th requests for a report from the commissioner on the status of the PKTT. And then you don't get that report. The national commissioner makes remarks, and then you reply to his remarks by a statement. And in your statement, you talk about a very sensitive issue, the issue of dockets, and that your expectation was that the dockets will go to the commission that was established by the president. Now, I'm saying to you, I never think I have not read anything. I've read everything here, so we're not going to collapse by trying to make me appear as a person who's not prepared. I'm well prepared for you here. Now, you write a statement, you talk about dockets, which is a very sensitive issue, which required you to call the national commissioner in one office to say, National Commissioner, I've been called here to intervene as an acting minister. And you don't do that, you just issue a statement. So do you still think that was appropriate for you, Minister, to engage the national commissioner through a statement on sensitive issues which relate to dockets?
Yes, you are allowed, you can respond.
Thank you. So I'm going to try once more. I had a series of engagements with the National Commissioner from the time of my appointment on the question whether the PKTT still exists, and if not, what had happened to the dockets. Why? Because the dockets contained evidence of ongoing investigations of assassinations. I and the public, and particularly the families of those who had been murdered, have an interest in the integrity of those investigations. I have reported that the Commissioner informed me that while he didn't agree with the decision, the instruction he received from the Minister Nkunu, he had disestablished the PKTT and redistributed those dockets. Now, where were those dockets? Were they with General Sabia? Where were those dockets? I asked, where are those dockets? If you had, he told me, and it's in his statement as well, disestablished and then a phased reallocation of those dockets, eventually to end up with the murder and robbery squads. That's what he said. I'm the minister. I have a right to find out, to ask those questions and to get honest answers. When it came to a point on the 20th, and I say to him in a written communication now, because I believe in doing things in writing, but despite that, I still seem not to be able to clarify what happened. So I write to him, it's on the record before you. I write to him and I say, now I want a plan. I want you to tell me in writing what has happened with the PKTT and these dockets. By the way, a week later, I did get that report. So the commissioner understood that it was appropriate for him to give me the report I requested. The day after, I'd then come to the point where I thought I now have to state my concerns and my requests in writing. That public statement was made, which was contradicted what had been said to me, what had been communicated to me verbally. Now, you might consider that to be acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Okay. Can I?
Hang on, I'm not done. I'm not done. And then what did I do? I didn't allow that matter to become a seething point of discontent and division in the department. I met with him, we discussed the matter respectfully, and I issued with him a joint statement. We issued a joint statement. So there is no issue, as he himself has said, between the National Commission and I on this matter. The matter is closed.
Okay. No, it's fine. If you don't see anything wrong with engaging the National Commissioner through a statement, that's okay. Let me move to another question because of time.